Hi, you just tuned in on the Lisa Baxter Show. Today we'll be doing insights of a couple dealing with dialysis. Okay, and today's guest is Simone Crossland, none other than my sister. Hello, Simone. How are you?
How you doing, Lisa?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't got no complaints. How about you?
I'm fine, you know. I have my ups and downs, but I'm great.
We all do.
Yes.
We all do. But you're looking good. You're looking very good today, and you always look good.
Thank you.
You always look good. Now, today I'd like to talk to you about different things. Because how long have you been on dialysis? We're going to start with that.
Okay, well, I've been on dialysis 15 years.
Wow. I've only been on almost 10. 15 years?
Yeah, very long
Does it
time.
feel that long?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say it's different from the time when you first started? Because I know there's differences in me.
It's better.
It's better?
Yes.
Okay. I found that some things are a little more challenging now for me that I was able to do before that it's harder for me to do now. You know, like cleaning the house and stuff like that. I used to clean everything in one day. Now, it takes me, like, I can sweep one day, mop one day. I have to break this stuff up or do 2 things instead of 10 things. So, that's the difference. I don't know if it's my age or just dialysis, what it is, but whatever it is, I'm not liking it right now. But what would you say about you, the difference of you starting and your...
Okay, in the beginning, well, doing work wasn't hard. It's just surviving the dialysis. I had a rough time for like 7 years. Very, very rough that I couldn't get a chance to sweep or mop. I could have, but I was always being operated on. But after the 7 years, I got a new piece put in my arm from a graft to a fistula.
Okay.
And I was able to function for like the next 4 years without no problem.
Okay, from what I know, grafts clot all the time. There's always an issue with a graft,
Yes.
and the fistula lasts longer.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and the fistula, I have a fistula, and I know the fistula is magnified, is your vein magnified, connected to the heart.
Right.
And everything.
That's right.
Okay, and it does last longer and what have you.
It does last longer. And you get a better treatment.
Okay.
With fistula. And just the last maybe 2 years, it's been rough for cleaning. Oh, I try to clean, but I get so out of breath. And I make a bed, I throw a sheet on the bed, and I get tired. I gotta sit for a minute to continue. Like I could get right back up.
Yeah.
And do it, but it's hard. It takes all day to do anything if you gotta keep sitting.
I know. I do a little, sit a little, do a little, sit a little.
That's what I do. So it works out.
Yeah. Well, with this thing, you have to take your vitamins. You have to get your proper rest. We go through having insomnia. We go through having a hard time sleeping. And we lose a lot of vitamins when we get dialysis. A lot of protein. So you got to put those things back in the body.
You do. I'm taking some vitamins. Woman over 50. But I think that I need to take the other vitamins they give me because I could be missing something. Maybe that's why I'd be tired.
Yeah.
So I just started anew taking the multivitamins they give me.
Well, it can also be your iron. Isn't your iron low?
Well, it's a bad thing because you never know when your iron low. It just catch up with you. You think you just regular tired, but I don't have no iron in my body. None. The reserve is gone.
Oh, wow. Well, you have to remember, too, we get report cards, and then you also have diabetes. Sometimes diabetes make you sluggish. Diabetes make you tired. That's a thing in itself. So you got dialysis, diabetes, low iron. That's a lot of fighting right there.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That was going to be my next thing to tell you that the dialysis is bad, sometimes, but we're having diabetes also makes everything rough. The dialysis rough, the diabetes rough.
Yeah.
Your body go through so much changes, having 2 major illnesses.
Oh yes. I know with you have dealings with circulation. and dealing with clots. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I have poor circulation, and right now I have 2 clots in my groin, and everybody's worried. They don't want to do anything. They want me to do some exercises and things like that to try to straighten it out. But a few years ago, they put something in my chest. I can't really say the name properly, but it blocks the clots from going to the brain, the heart, and the liver.
Where it can be very serious.
It can kill you.
Oh yeah, then that's serious.
I have a niece that got killed like that, so I know that these clots are very, very serious. So
yes.
You have to, they give you blood thinner.
Right.
To thin the blood so you won't get those clots, but you have to have sonograms. That's how I caught the 2 clots in the groin.
That's how
just by a sonogram. You have to go through tests.
Yeah, you do.
To see what's going on with your body, or you never know.
That's true. Now, you also a woman of business, a woman with your own business.
Yes, I am.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I'm in a construction business / security business.
What?
And
a woman in a man's job.
Yes, a woman in a man's job, and not many women is in my field.
Right.
So I've been in business 25 years. So what I do is I get
25 years old.
Yeah.
All right now.
Thank God.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, give me a little.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I do is, I help hungry men off the street to get them jobs where they don't got to steal and rob anyone. So that's good. And then I hire some people for security.
That's good.
People that need jobs, and it worked out very, very well.
So people with no experience may have a record or so.
Right.
Minorities,
Right.
different minorities.
Different minorities, yes.
Okay, so
I'm
you
for
put
the
money in their
minorities.
pocket, you're feeding the families,
Yes, I
you're
am.
giving them a chance,
Yes.
giving them their first starts, or some of them might had a start or was thrown away, but you brought them back.
Yes, I brought them back.
All
I
right.
helped them pick them up off the ground, dust them off, and I helped them take care of their families. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
I get blessings when I do good things, and I try to do good things. Really not for the blessing, just because that's the type of person I am. But God favored me.
Yeah, He favors us both.
Amen.
We're able to do this show.
Yes.
I thank God for that.
I thank God that I have you and people in the world have you, because you make it a difference when you bring this dialysis thing on the screen where people can know you broadcasting, and you broaden the horizons of dialysis, and we need that.
Amen. Well, thank you for saying that, my sister.
Well, I try. This is the truth.
Well, thank you for your support and backing me and everything. Now, how does being a woman in business and in charge, how has dialysis affected your mind, your thinking, or your ability to do your work?
Okay, in the beginning, it didn't bother me.
Okay.
Even if I had operations, I come out the operation room and run the work, do what I do best. And it was working for a minute.
Okay.
But after a while, I start moving like a turtle. I start slowing down.
Yeah.
And I got with my mind. I hurted my mind because my ego, because I'm used to doing what I do, and nothing stopped me. Anybody stop me. Some groups come to my job and stop me. I fight them to the end.
Ooh, go ahead.
So now this health thing, I couldn't fight that to the end.
Yeah.
It won every time. So it slowed me down and upset my mind, because I couldn't help the people that wouldn't call me and needed my help. At that time, they constantly calling, and that hurts, because you got to tell them, wait, or I'm sick, or
I need some rest.
a fib,
Something.
anything to just back them off.
Yeah.
Till you can pull yourself together. And
Yeah.
I jump up every time, and They don't let me do what I want to do, so I have to sit down.
I understand.
And collect my thoughts and take care of myself, even though I'm moving slow. But slow and steady wins the race.
That's right.
And that's what I'm up to now.
It's not how fast you do it, but what you did in between.
Exactly.
You know?
And I get it done, so I thank God that I'm able to still help a person. Not as many that I normally help,
Okay.
but I still help a lot of people.
Oh, that's good. Now, you have polycystic kidney disease.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when you found out that you had polycystic kidney disease?
Wow. Yes. I have a brother who had polycystic kidney disease, and he told me to go check out myself, and I didn't really think nothing of it.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, my
Our
brother.
brother Mark, yes.
And I thought about it. I said, let me go to the doctor. And I thought it was going to be quick and fast.
1, 2, 3.
But when I talked to the doctor, he sat me down and explained it to me from the beginning to end. And I was like in shock. So when I came home, I never went back.
You said years went by.
It took years for me to go back and face the music.
Wow.
But I went and I faced the music. But I was like 39. I might went back when I was 40, maybe 41, you know. And it started me off on dialysis. And polycystic is rough.
It can be because it's passed on, you know, sometimes
Generation,
through generations,
yes.
you know.
Once in a while, I skip a generation, and I'm hoping that it stop at our children because my daughter, she has polycystic. Not my son, but my daughter does.
Yes. So out of 2 of them, 1 of them have it.
Yes. So I recommend, I pray about it.
I pray too.
So the next generations don't have it.
Just in case you don't know what polycystic kidneys is, that's when you have cysts all over the kidneys. And what happens is that the kidneys break down after a certain amount of time or years where it doesn't filter the poisons and stuff out and you end up on dialysis. You know, so I know how that is because I got on dialysis in 2004. I was diagnosed in 1995. So I understand and I know. And your son, Juan Bravo Jr., was on my show, and he spoke very highly of you, and he did very well. You've been in a relationship for a long time. Has that affected you in any way?
37 years.
Ooh.
Well, yes, you know, my husband, you know, he's been great. He's been great. He's been dealing with this situation, running me to the hospital, up at night with me, and whatever changes I go through, he go through. And he takes care of me, makes my meals, the type of food that I have to have, he prepares them for me. If I need a rub, you know, to be rubbed down, or I need a bath or a shower, you know, he helps me.
I've seen him in action now.
All the things that I need. He's great. I just can say that he's great with my dialysis.
We're going to call him on the show in a minute. I'm going to interview him. But just before I go, I would like to do 2 things. You had peritoneal dialysis before where you did it at home. Explain a little bit about the peritoneal.
Okay. First of all, dialysis inside the center is different than peritoneal. Peritoneal is when you do it at home. And I thought peritoneal was great because I'm in the presence of my home.
Okay.
It was great to an extent because you can't have your cat, no dog around.
Right.
So I kept my cat and dog out. But that doggone cat keep running in my room.
Well, you also remember that it's from the navel, and it's
No. What it do is right next to the navel.
Right.
They insert a hole there.
Yes.
They make a second.
That's what I was
hole.
trying to get you to talk about it. So go ahead.
Okay, they make a second hole.
On the side of it, next to it.
Because they put it through. They have to put a piece in and put a piece to come through so you can hook up to a machine.
Right. And you would dwell at night?
you would do dialysis 3 times a day.
Mm.